Hey, everybody, it's Elizabeth and Joanne with World's Cup of Joe Awaken Your Soul. Welcome to our channel. For those of you that are new here, we are bringing you balanced energy for your twin flame connection. And when we say balanced energy is the energy that allows your person to come back into your experience, your physical experience, and allows them to stay with you. So we are sharing this because that's what Joanne and I are doing. We are both in balanced energy that allows our twin flames to be with us day in and day out in permanent relating experiences. So I sometimes get these downloads in the middle of the night. That's when my mind gets sort of blown, right? Explodes with these downloads. And I woke up one night and I wrote down in my notes because I knew I wouldn't remember it. And I want to share it with you guys. And I want us to get deep on it because it's freaking deep. Okay. So hold on, get ready for this soul explosion right now. But I wrote down, I'm going to literally read you guys my notes that I wrote down in the middle of the night while I was half asleep. So this is what I wrote. Soul becomes the dissolver of the pain. That's what we all can't handle. The pain that comes from the anxiety and fear that our person brings out of us. And the only way to dissolve it is through soul, to become love in which conquers fear. So let's sort of talk about that because just deep diving, like our person almost represents duality of mind and soul in one, right? Represent. They are not mind or soul to us. They actually meet us only through the energy of soul, but they represent mind and soul to us because they are both sides, right? They bring out all of the mind energy. That's why we get this addictive, obsessive energy when we meet them. And it totally shifts our life upside down because we have started our awakening. And what is our awakening? Our awakening is a way to release the mind, to release the ego, to become one with who we really are, which is soul. And so our person is this constant reminder, whether they mean to be or not, they're always going to be this catalyst that brings up all of these deep-rooted mind energies in order for us to release them so that we can align to soul, which then is the other side of this duality, which our person is our soul. So they come back and join us after separation when we can be in the energy of soul, which is who we are, which is who we both are when we are in a relating experience after separation. We meet each other in the energy of soul, which is, if you guys haven't been following us long enough, we'll say this over and over and you'll hear it in all of our videos. Soul is the infinite observer that does not judge, that has no preferences, and has no expectations. Those three things, that's what soul is. Soul is the watcher. Mind is the one with the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, and all of those low-level fear energies. So your person stirs up all this pain, and it's that pain we can't handle, right? The pain of separation, the pain of the dark night. It's the worst pain most of us have ever experienced because it's all emotional. It's so freaking painful because it's every single thing we've ever stuffed down that we didn't want to feel. So our person, we meet them and suddenly this pain is coming up. And I know for me, I cried almost daily, if not multiple times a day, for close to 2 years. That's how much stuff I had stored away. That's how much stuff and baggage and limiting beliefs and thought patterns and fears and anxieties I had pushed down for so many years that my person now stirred within me, like almost like going in and sweeping this old house that has been abandoned for 100 years. And he's like stirring up all these cobwebs of really these low-level energies within me. And it's painful. And really, truly, the only way we can dissolve that pain, the only way we can clean it out is through soul, is by recognizing that we aren't the mind, we aren't the pain, we aren't the emotions. We are the one that's watching those feelings. We are the ones that's observing it. And then it's like we're watching it being released, which is beautiful. When you cry, guys, Joanna and I were just talking about this. When you're able to cry, you're releasing. So don't judge it. It's actually a really good way to release these low-level energies. And so soul is the dissolver of all the pain. When you can align with soul, you can be in the place where you watch it and you're not the one experiencing it. You understand that mind is experiencing it, but you also understand that you're not mind. And this is what we teach on this channel. We're teaching you the energy of soul versus the energy of mind, because our twin flame connections are really that simple. It's all about energy. If you're in the energy of mind, your person pulls. If you're in the energy of soul, which is them, they are your shared soul, they find you, they come to you, they crave you. It's all about the energy. So that's what we teach on this channel, the energy of mind versus soul. And you'll see when you can start aligning with the energy of soul, how magnetic, how powerful, how incredible your life changes, your connection changes. It is like magic that really it's all energy, because again, this is an energetic connection. It is not like anything else you'll ever experience. No other relationship you'll ever experience, because those are all based on mind. Those are soulmate connections. Those are family relationships. Those are friendships. This is your shared soul. So this is an energetic connection, and it'll always be run through your energy. Okay, Joanne, take it away.
Woo! So, my loves, when you were woken up in this journey, you were shaken up, you were experiencing the shedding of the ego that was freaking out of the world, right? And it's literally what Elizabeth said. It's like everything that we've known our whole life, everything that we experience from every other relating experience, doesn't top this one soul connection. And we all get to truly watch the duality through our people. That's why the triggers come. That's why we had our dark night, because when we were with our people, here's the crazy part. They allowed us to be in duality with them. They allowed us to be in mind with them before the bubble phase. You all remember, that's why it was so freaking wild, because as soon as soul recognition happened, it's like a shift in the energy and the veil has been lifted. And it was like, okay, I showed you everything you need to know. Now stay in soul, okay? And then they're gone and you're like left there and you got to pick up all the pieces. You're in shambles. You're on the ground. You're crying for days and days and days. And that's why so many people, when they do the detox, we just had a beautiful soul yesterday who was like, I've been crying like I don't even know how long. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are totally normal. I love saying this too for all of you. I'm going to say it again. You're all totally normal. This is normal. This is real. The connection is real. It's weird and crazy, and you are normal. It's normal to cry. You are going to have a lot of release. There's a lot of release because we are shifting from that duality of mind, which clings to so many things that keep us separated from being our true selves, right? So all of the conditioning, all of the expectations, all of the preferences, all of the things that told us who to be and how it looks like to be with someone, and your person who gives you nothing but pure soul, right? They give you soul through your energy. They literally, when you met each other, before soul recognition happened, they gave you the exact replica of who you are. They gave you God's love. And so that's why we have this breakdown where it's like, oh my gosh, you could see me. You see me the way I'm meant to be seen. And you accept me for who I am. And there's this like unconditional love where it doesn't get replaced by conditions. And you're always in this place of acceptance, allowance, being pure love. And that's the love of soul. And then you meet this person who triggers the F out of you. And the only way to maintain their energy is to stay in the soul energy. And they are showing you duality. They're showing you all your fears. They're showing you all of the things that we can't sit with, right? We can't sit still with this. There's so much things. I need to figure out the future with this guy or girl. I need to figure out everything. I need to know where it's going. I need to make sure I understand it. It's all mind, right? Mind wants to figure out the future. Mind wants to understand the past. Let's talk about the past. And your person's like all in the present. They're all in the present with you. They only meet you in the present. And so when you're back and talking about the past, talking about the
Hold
future.
on, Joanne.
Yeah,
Let's really give for those of you that have just started following us or haven't been watching us that long. When we say they're only in the now moment, we literally mean that. We've given examples. For example, I cannot go home right now and ask my person, "Hey, what do you want for lunch in a couple hours?" He will literally tell me that's too far away. He can't answer that. And it's not just about food. It's about everything. They meet us in this now moment. I can't ask him, "Hey, what are we going to do this weekend?" which is 2 days away, because it's too far away.
It is.
Joanne's person, same exact thing.
Yeah, they teach us how to be in the now, fully in the now, embodying the now. Holidays are coming, right? And so mine is like, well, what are we going to do on this day? What about this day? What about this day? And it's like, yeah, none of that stuff matters, because to your person, everything is in the now. And so all these questions that's trying to figure out the future is like, pull. And so literally they're asking you to be present.
I'll put the pull face on the
oh yes, please
pull face.
Put the full face.
Because our people, when we do anything that makes them pull, they make this weird face, and they like almost like they're Homer Simpson in that GIF where he's backing up into the trees because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be near us. That's what our people do.
You know what? Because it's energy. So when you guys can see your person do the pull face, it's almost like there's this energetic push that's making them pull further away from you when you're in mind. So, we're talking about future here. You're asking me about 4 hours from now. Let me do that backup energetic pull to show you're in mind. You're totally in mind.
As soon as we see that, we're like, uh-oh. And that's where so that's where we get deep right then. We're like, uh-oh, they're pulling right now. I feel the energy is shifted. What's going on with me, and why am I focused on them? Why am I needing them? Why am I in mind where I'm asking questions? And then you come back to this place of presence, of neutrality, and of no preference, judgment, or expectations. And that's when they come right back in the room immediately after that.
Yeah. Because I'll find too, when I'm asking for future stuff, it's really the mind just like activated, and it wants to like get worthiness, wholeness, completion from them, validation from them. It's all about trying to figure them out, trying to do something because of them. And when we are in the future energy, we're in mind, we're in fear, we're in the lower scale of consciousness. Because when you are being, which is what your person teaches you to be, they don't know that. You don't know that, but they are. They're literally saying, nope, don't want to talk about the future. I do not want to talk about the future. Check in with me when 4 hours pass, and we'll take it from there. Because the future is literally mind. You're asking your person to meet you in mind. And so when you hear that as a TF, you're like, well, how the hell do we do anything then? How does things move forward? I keep running into my person, but if we can't talk about the future or where this is going, then what the hell? And
that's when we say to you is that's what you don't have anything to do. You're going to be. The doing comes to you. So when the mind starts saying, well, how do we plan? How do we plan? How do we see each other again? They will do it. Your person will be the one to initiate.
Yes.
Your person will be the one to do it and make that initiation. You don't have to do anything. Just be. Just be.
They make all those things because it is your soul that moves the connection. They are the doer.
The soul does how you doing. Said that. Soul is the mover of this connection, and it's so true. It is so true. The energy of soul craves itself. It wants to be near itself. When you're in mind, you are not a match for your soul, which is your twin flame. You have to be in the energy of soul for you to now be a vibrational match to your person. And that's what we teach you here, how to be that vibrational match.
Yeah, because soul does all the doing for this connection. Or mind can do all the pushing in this connection. So if you start putting on the doing, right? I want to do everything. This journey is so hard. There's so much to do. Huh? What are you doing? Because this isn't a doing journey. This is a being journey. This is undoing, unlearning, being
Hold on.
soul.
Let me give another practical example that might resonate with a lot of people. So we have a beautiful client that this has happened with many clients, actually, very similar scenarios, where they have like these concert tickets or show tickets that they have at
Yeah.
one point talked about with their person. And their person at that time was like, yeah, I really want to go with you. Well, it's been months now, sort of separations happened. And then they get these tickets. They're maybe like in sparse communication and they're thinking, well, I have these tickets now. I'm going to reach out and ask if they should go with me. And this is what we mean by the doing. So, how would you handle an experience like that? Well, you have to be able to interact with your person through soul, which means you don't care if they say yes, no, if they don't respond, even. You have to be in a place to be where you do not care what happens after you've reached out, right? Or if you are in communication, you have to not care what the answer is. So it's something like this. Hey, I got those tickets we talked about a long time ago. If you still want to go, they're here. If not, I'm good. I'm still going. And then you
Mm-hmm.
don't care what the answer is. And then you never bring it up again. Because if they want to go, they're going to come to you. You can
Yeah.
let them know you have those tickets, but you're not going to be the one that keeps calling them and, hey, remember, it's Friday night. Hey, remember, it's this time. Hey, remember.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're done. You told them that the tickets were there. You made it an option. And now you're back to presence. And now you're back to that place of, I don't care. I have no preferences or expectations if they reach back out to me.
Yeah. Allow your soul to do all the doing through you. I'm going to be in soul, and my soul, my twin flame, does the doing. And really, let's just get deep on this. This is going to get even deeper. Everything that
Bring
is
it, love, bring it.
everything that is in front of you, every manifestation, it isn't by luck. It isn't by chance. It isn't through
Not coincidence. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's through soul. It's through your energy. It's through being. It's through creation of where you are. And so this is literally a match of what you are creating. And when you are being, all of the being matches the doing that comes to you. The money, the love, the abundance, the peace. It comes to you. It wasn't something you seeked, right? It wasn't like, oh, I went to this concert and now I have peace. It wasn't like you bought something in the store and now you have freedom. It wasn't that person that gave you love and now you have love. Everything that comes to you is through how you're being, which is soul. Soul brings you what you are being. And so when we say be, no doing, no trying to do healing, trying to do mirror exercise, no doing, literally undoing, unlearning, pure being. Every single thing that the mind wants to do, we're telling you to shift it to be so that you can bring and allow what is for you to be in your space, to be in the love, to be in the joy, to be with your twin flame. Your person is your soul. You are aligning with your soul. You are being. Your person does the doing. When you are doing, you're back in mind again. I know it's weird, but when you are being, the doing gets done for you through your soul. You're treating it like you are two different souls, but really this is one. The mechanics are when you are in mind, you're trying to do for your soul. When you are aligned with soul, it allows your one shared soul to do for you. It's literally shifting in the right energy, being, oneness, right? That same space is what does the doing. And so we have these beautiful souls that tell us, well, I have these tickets. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And now you're back in mine again. No, you're going to shift back into the energy that allowed that conversation about the concert, that even allowed you to make the reservation, that allowed you to plan a date in the calendar together, right? Because your person was the one that was doing that. And so that's what we're trying to say is allow your soul to be the one that does, because you are literally one soul. So when you're being and you're in the energy of soul, your soul does all of the doing. Our people are the ones that are telling us the things that is ready, right? When our beautiful souls tell us, my person's coming to see me, my person wants to see me, my person wants to move with me, right? This is where I'm aligning with soul, and my soul is bringing me the doing. And then you kind of fall into it. Oh, okay. Like Elizabeth. Oh, okay. We're talking about the farm now. We're going to go buy a farm. Okay, let's go. And then Elizabeth goes in her doing mode, and then the pool, right? You got to show that pool face during this time, love. Pool face. And then she's like, oh, shoot. Let me go back to being again. And then there he goes again, meeting her in soul,
Yeah.
and going back to doing.
And taking that initiative to be the one that moves things forward.
Yeah. Your soul does all the doing, my love. Because
think about it, because the mind is probably listening to this and being like, well, there's things I want done in my life. How am I going to do that with
you doing
just
yourself?
being? Yeah, you doing yourself without the thought of them being attached to it.
Yeah, and it's literally this deep, my love. So Elizabeth would try to manifest her farm, and every time the mind would bring her person in her like manifestations, she would replace it with like a coffee table and even like decorate the table.
Yeah, in my meditations when I was visualizing, because you can't use law of attraction in terms of trying to do law of assumption for your person, right?
No,
you can't just vision it. Yeah. So I would have meditations where I was envisioning and creating the dream farmhouse I wanted to buy. And my person would be on the patio in my vision. And I was like, nope, I'm going to put a little table. I'm going to have lemonade stand. I got him out of that vision because this was mine. This was for me. And he was right there with me when we moved.
Yeah,
he was there with me the whole time we lived there.
Because it's all for you. Yeah. The visualization you were creating is the visualization for you both together. You didn't even know it. But when you put them in the equation, they won't be part of it because you're seeing them separate. But when you focus all on you.
Say that again, because think about it. I was at the farmhouse in my vision. He is me. He is my soul. I don't need to see the separate physical. He's already there with me.
Yep.
You guys don't
tapping into
need to picture them. Yeah, you guys don't need to see them as separate, because when you are seeing your future as you, they are you. You don't need to picture them separately. Picturing them separately thinks that they are separate. You're tapping into mind, which mind sees as separate, which is separation consciousness. When you're envisioning your future and it's just you, that's them with you.
There
that's
too.
Unity consciousness.
They're there too, because you're experiencing you at its finest in every moment. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking deep. We love you guys so much. We love you so much. We hope you have an amazing, amazing soulful day. Bye, love.
Bye, love.